Earlier this month, archivists reviewing documents held by the Hampshire County Sheriff's Office discovered arrest records of 35 members of Shays Rebellion. These documents are now the oldest county jail or house of correction records in Massachusetts. We spoke to Daniel Bullen, author of Daniel Shays Honorable Rebellion, and Hampshire County Sheriff Patrick Cahillane for more insight.
Shays Rebellion is really a propaganda term to begin with. Like, the way that most people learn Shays Rebellion is that it was the unrest that led to the Constitution, right? The regular people got angry about taxes, so they threatened to burn down the government or to overthrow the government. And then that agitated the founding fathers enough that they went to Philadelphia, started the Constitutional Convention, and wrote a new federal constitution that would protect against the dangers of poor people. It's like the fine print that they don't read you. What happened in Massachusetts was that everyone who knew how to run a state left Massachusetts and went back to England when the revolution was getting started. So what you had in Boston, people who were actually started coming up running the state, were merchants who had no idea how to take care of a people and provide services, right? In other states, people said, hey, these debts are kind of crushing us. This doesn't work for us. You're asking us to give up too much stuff. And they had some protests, generally nonviolent. And the government said, okay, we'll let you pay your debts in paper money. We'll let you pay in goods instead of in hard coin money. We'll depreciate the debts. But in Massachusetts, they said, no, we're going to pay every penny of these debts back, and we're going to do it by taxing the people. And the people said, whoa, that's not fair. Before August, they were petitioning they were sending dozens and dozens of petitions. At the end of August, they sent one big petition that was signed by delegates from 50 towns. And they were sending them to Boston, and they were being categorically ignored. And so they finally came down to the courts meeting, and they said, okay, we can't let this happen. The courts are going to meet. They're going to pass judgment on people's stuff, and they're going to lose their farms. They're going to lose their livestock. They're going to be put in debtor's prison. We can't let that happen. This is out of sync. So they went to the courthouse and stopped the protest, or stopped the court from meeting. That first one was in August of 1786 in Northampton. So that was local. And then the government responded by saying that the people had introduced riot, anarchy, and confusion into the state. Samuel Adams said, it's one thing to rebel against the laws of a monarchy, but he who rebels against the laws of a republic ought to suffer death. What they're telling when they tell you the story about the farmers creating unrest in Massachusetts is that regular people left to their own devices are dangerous, and we need a federal government to keep that stuff under control.
Most were arrested. Some escaped up to Vermont and New Hampshire, and eventually were found and brought back to the jail in Northampton. And their sentences were commuted from the death penalty down to being exonerated by the governor. The new old documents tells us that it is important to preserve history because it showed the reflection of the individuals who were committed to fighting the tyranny of the government.
These documents will be stored by the Massachusetts Archive. I'm Autumn Luria, and you're watching The Transcript.